Guys, welcome to Crush Carb, where we crush carbs, not flavors. Today, I'm making one of my favorite comfort meals, chicken stuffed peppers. This is a quick and delicious meal that's packed with protein and fresh veggies. This is a healthy low-carb meal, and you can enjoy this with a side of cauliflower rice, such as the Mexicali rice, which I've shared the recipe with you all. And this is great for family dinners, if you need lunches for your work, for meal prep, or anytime you just want something hearty without the carbs. So let's get started. So to get started, I have here in a pot some water that I've added some salt in. So this is salt water. And this is almost coming to a boil. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to be adding some green bell peppers. So you can use any peppers you want to use. You can use red bell peppers, orange, yellow, whatever you like. I just like using the green bell peppers for this recipe. Red ones are also delicious. So once it starts boiling, I'm going to be putting in these peppers. So if you see here, I have cut them up in such a way. So these are just the sides of the bell peppers. So you remove the seeds from the inside, and that's what we have here. And then while my water is coming to a boil, I have here in a pan some olive oil that I've heated up. And then to this, I am going to be adding 2 cloves of garlic that I have here minced. And then to this, I have here finely chopped onion. So this is 1 small onion. I'm going to be adding this as well. And then lastly, I'm going to be adding here mushrooms. So I have here mushrooms that I have chopped up. I like to add mushrooms. You can add whatever veggies you want to add. I just like the flavor of the mushroom. So this is 1 cup of mushrooms I have chopped up here. I'm going to be adding this as well. So I'm just going to give this all a stir. So I have my gas on medium heat right now, and you just want to cook the mushrooms and the onions until they're cooked. So the onions will look translucent, and you can see the color change in the mushrooms as well. When you're working with mushrooms, you know that they do restrain water, so you want to be careful when you're working with mushrooms to make sure that you do not have any water left. So make sure that you do absorb all that water. So the water did start boiling here, so I'm going to go ahead and add our peppers. You really just want to get the peppers soft and tender. All right, let that go. And let's check on our veggies here. Wow, this is done. You can see the color change in the onions and the mushrooms. You do not want to cook this anymore. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my gas for now, and I'm just going to remove this and transfer it to a bowl, and then we're going to work on our chicken. Now we're going to be cooking our chicken. So I'm using ground chicken. You can get the ground chicken breast, or you can use the other chicken breast or chicken thighs, whatever you like to use. I just like ground chicken because it cooks quickly, and I just like how it's really soft and tender, especially the ground chicken. It's really juicy in comparison to the chicken breast because that's more on the dry side. So it's up to you, whichever one you like, but I'm going to be working with 1 pound of the ground chicken. And so we're going to be adding all of the ground chicken here to our pan. So I added some olive oil in our pan, and we're just going to transfer our chicken here. I'm just going to raise the gas to medium heat, and you're just going to cook the chicken until it's no longer pink. So make sure you do mash it up. And you know, this takes no more than like 5 minutes. It's really quick and easy to cook chicken, ground chicken especially. So make sure you're checking on your peppers here. So I just given it a flip just like this. You really just want to see the color change, so you'll be able to tell when it's cooked. That's exactly just what you're looking for. So these are almost ready. So probably in about like 2 minutes, these will be done. All right, so our peppers are ready here. You can see they look nice and tender. They're really soft. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these from the gas because we don't want to cook these anymore. All right, you can see our chicken is cooked, and it takes no more than 5 minutes like I mentioned. It's no longer pink. And so now we're going to be adding our seasonings to the chicken. So to start off, I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, And then I have here 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I have here half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, or paprika, either or. And then I have here 1 teaspoon of oregano. And then, of course, last but not least, you have to have salt to taste. I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit just to taste. And then we're just going to mix everything up. So we got all our seasonings mixed here in the chicken, and it smells so good. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some tomatoes. I have here chopped tomatoes. This is 1 whole tomato, just a medium regular size of tomato, not too big. So I'm going to be adding that here as well. And then we have our veggies here that we cooked before, the mushrooms and onions. We're going to add that in here as well. We're going to give this all a mix. You just want to cook the tomatoes until they are cooked. All right, you can see that our tomatoes have cooked down. You can see the color change in the chicken as well. It looks so good and it smells so good in here. I just love the seasonings that we added in here. Cumin powder is one of the ingredients I add in any kind of chicken I'm making, whether it's Italian, except for Chinese, but for Italian, Mexican, or American, I love to add the cumin powder. It adds a really good flavor. And also I didn't mention, but if you do not like spicy, you can cut down on the cayenne pepper and the chili powder. And so now I'm just going to turn off our gas. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be transferring the stuffing to our peppers. So we have our peppers here that we have cooked. So I have laid them down on a parchment paper in a baking dish. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding our stuffing to the peppers. All right, I got 1 down, 5 more to go. I like to stuff them up because I like to have a lot of the chicken. It's up to you how much you want to stuff it, but that's what gives really good flavor. So we have our peppers ready here, stuffed up with the chicken. I do want to mention there's another way that you can enjoy this. So instead of cutting up the peppers sideways, you can just cut off the top and leave it like a large boat like that, and then just stuff up your filling like that. I just find this more easy to eat, but presentation-wise, that looks pretty. Totally up to you and how you want to do it. So I do want to mention I do have some leftover chicken here. So how you can enjoy this is you can enjoy this on top of nachos. So yes, you can have low carb nachos, and I'll share that recipe with you all soon. So stay tuned for that, because that's exactly how I love to enjoy leftovers from chicken. Now, so with our peppers here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding our last ingredient, and that is cheese. So I have here a mixture of cheeses here. So this is just a 4-cheese Mexican blend you can get from the grocery store. Combination of Colby Jack, quesadilla cheese. So I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of cheese on each of our peppers here. You can see our peppers are ready here. I stuffed them up with cheese. I don't like too much cheese. I just want to cover it up with cheese so it gets nicely melted and get the good flavor of it. So I have here my oven preheated at 375 degrees, and I'm going to be putting this in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until the cheese is nicely melted. If you do like your cheese to be brown on the top, you can roll it for 2 to 3 minutes, totally optional. So set my timer for 15 minutes, and I'm going to take a look at it right when my timer ends. Our 15-minute timer is up, so take a look at our peppers. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look how delicious these look. And this is healthy, right? All you're eating is chicken and veggies, but it's really filling. That's what I love about these. And our chicken stuffed peppers are ready. Look at that. Looks super delicious. Again, you can serve this with cauliflower rice or Mexi cauli rice. I've shared the recipe with you all. Whatever side that you like to enjoy with this, or you can just enjoy it just like this. These look so mouth-watering, and I just cannot wait to taste this now. Time to taste! Wow. It's like a cute little boat. I love them. Wow. Delicious. You can taste all those seasonings in the chicken, the tomatoes, the mushroom. I get the onions, the flavor of the cheese. Wow. This is super delicious. And exactly like I said, comforting food. And that's exactly what I like. So what you waiting for? Try it out right now. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Crush Carb. Try this out and let me know in the comments below how you liked it. So until next time, let's keep cooking, experimenting, and as always, let's keep crushing carbs.